Hello, welcome to BGP Master Class. Today lab is the local performance and mid and next hop self. Okay, so today we have do some lab here. So R1, R2, and R3 has AS1, and R4 is the AS2, and R4 is the ISP. Okay, R4 is the ISP. R1, R2, R3 as assume that this is the our organization, our office. Okay, so there is a there is a two connectivity in via ISP, R1 to R4 and R3 to R4. Okay, so this segment is 12 segment and 13 segment and 24 segment and 34 segment as per router IP router name. Okay, so we'll do the configuration start, and after that we will start the attribute configuration. Okay, local preference mid and next of self. So what how we'll do the configuration? R1, R2, R3. Okay, we'll configuration OSPF. Okay, configuration OSPF. Then R1, R2, R3 configure the IBGP neighbor, and that never ship from using loopback interface IP address. Okay, then R2, R4 is the eBGP neighbor, and R3, R4 is the eBGP neighbor. Okay, so and another thing is OSPF. When we configure the OSPF R1, R2, R3, we are advertise the direct interface and loopback interface. Okay, loopback interface as per router name. Router 1 means 1.1, and router 3 means 3.3, like that. Okay, so in BGP also same thing. BGP also will never using the loopback interface and advertise the loopback network. Okay, so let's start. So I have done some only I done the IP address configuration all the routers. If you see here in R1. R1 just I configure the IP address direct connected all the routers like that, same only all the routers like that, all the routers are configure the IP address only. Okay, direct interface IP address, and but I not do any configuration. So run session. Okay, I'm nothing do any configuration. So now start the configuration all the routers. Okay, so here see I do some configuration in Notepad. So this is the lab local performance made and next of self. So in this is the R1 configuration. So step by step I will be I will be configure. So see this is the loopback interface R1 loopback interface 1.1.1 and configure OSPF area 0. Okay, I direct connected 12 dot and 13 dot advertise and loopback advertise. Okay, so will be paste R1. Like that R2 also same thing here. R2 also direct connected and advertise loopback and configure loopback. Okay, like that R3 also same thing. R3 also same thing direct connected. Uh, 13 and see in 13 and 23. Okay, 23 and direct connected interface and loopback R3. Okay, so OSPF configuration done all the router 1 and router 2 and router 3. Now we will be start the BGP configuration IBGP configuration using loopback interface IP. Okay, now if you see all the routers like OSPF neighbors. So OSPF neighbor, now neighbors are formed, and we are reachable all the loop back. Okay, 222 like that. Here also OSPF neighbor form. Okay, okay. Then we are reachable also loop back all the. Now we'll configure the BGP. Now we'll configure the IBGP and EBGP. Okay, IBGP R1, R2, R1, R3, and this one R1, R1, R2. Oh, R2, R3, and this is the IBGP neighbor. R2, R4, and R3, R4 is the EBGP neighbor. Okay, this is the EBGP neighbor, and this is the IBGP neighbor. And the thing is, IBGP IBGP neighbor, you are using the loopback interface IP. Okay, and an EBGP neighbor will configure the direct interface IP. So let's just start. So BGP. So in R1 we configure the R3 is never, and R2 is never. Okay, R2 is never, R3 never, and direct connect and loopback will be advertised. Okay, using loopback will make a never. Okay, like that R2 also configure the same. R2 had configure to R1 and R3, R2 configure R1 and R3 is the IBGP neighbor, and R4 2.4 is the EBGP neighbor AS2. Okay, this was AS1, this is AS2, and advertise the advertise the loopback interface. Okay, now here this is the IBGP neighbor, this is the IBGP neighbor, this is the EBGP neighbor. Like that R3 also configure. R3 is also configure one neighbor, two neighbor, and 4.4 is the S2 neighbor. Okay, like that R4 also configure. R4 configuration, create loopback, and two is the BGP number, and three is the EGP number, and advertise in BGP loopback interface. Okay, now done. Now done configuration here. Now see the status of the BGP. Okay. Now here BGP never save form, because BGP little bit slow, so I taking some time here. Okay, BGP never. Okay, now BGP is member. Now you'll see the BGP table. So I have a BGP. Okay, so it will be take some time so that. Okay, now BGP update will become okay. So now if you see now if you see for 1.1.1 network, this is the best and valid path, and this is only best path. Okay, sorry, this is only valid path. This is valid path, and this is the best and valid path. So the router will be choose the this path. Okay, this path to reach the this path reach the to the destination. Okay, so if you ping 1.1.1, it's not ping. Why not ping? So we'll check the that it will be go the next stop is the 24 segment. Okay, 24.2. Now will we see the why not ping. If you see show IP route, So IP route. If you see here, 24 network is no knowledge of how to reach the 24 network. Okay, how to reach the 24 network R1. So if you see here, R1 source is the when R4 when R4 send packet to the R1 to reach the R1. So the source IP will be 24.2. Okay, 24 segment. Okay, so 24 segment is the source. Okay, via source network is the 24 segment. So here 24 segment is not available. Okay, so that R4 is not reachable. R1 is not reachable. Okay, so here we can do something here. Means if R1 know how there is a two way you can configure. Okay, how will be two-way configure? I'll be here. I'm telling you. See, when R4 send packet to R1, okay, the this is the network. Through this network, R1 it will be sent through here like this to this network R1. So R1 don't know how to reach this network. Okay, so there is a two way you can solve. First for router 2 and router 3 advertise these two network. So router 1 know the how to reach this network. After that it will be reachable. Another is you can configure here and here next of self for R1. So also what is the next of self? Next of self means when a router learn from the EGP never, so it by default it will be not change the next of IP address, next of attribute. Okay, when he advertise to the IBGP, is by default is not change the next of attribute. If you are configured the next of attribute for R1, it will be the change the next of IP address as the own IP address. Okay, means a router when learn a route from the EBGP network and that advertise to the IBGP network, by default not change the next of IP address. Okay, means when this router is this route when this route 444 segment receive, after that 44 segment next of is what for R2 is the this one. So it R1 so here also same network next of is showing the same network. Okay, so if configure next of attribute for the R1, so R2 will be advertised that says that 44 same network to own IP address. Okay, so if you see here, if you see here, if you see here, show IP BGP in R2, show IP BGP. So 44 network best and valid path is the 24.4. Okay, so here also show IP BGP. Here also for 44 network it is showing the 24 network. Okay, 24 network, and so that it will be R4 R1 not reachable this means for not configure next of self, this IP will be not changed. R1 R2 same update sent to the R1. See, for 44 network same update is there, for R1 also same update is there. If I configure next of self for R1, so R2 will be the same network advertised to R1 is the own next of address. Let's check the configuration. Okay. So next of self configuration only simple thing. You go to the BGP mode, BGP mode. Then never we made as a loopback. Okay, if you are configure never as a direct interface, you can use a direct interface. Now you are configure as a loopback next of self. Only one single command. Okay, you go to the R2 and configure the next of self. Like that, you go to the R3. Like that, you go to the R3, configure the next of self command. Okay, now see the BGP route from here. It will take little bit time. See, now for this 4.4 network, next stop is the router 2 IP because we are using a loopback interface. Other if I configure the direct interface, so it will be showing the direct interface IP. We are make a never as a loopback interface, so showing the loopback interface. Okay, so here if you are see here router 4 for 4.4 segment, it will be reached via reached via 2 network. Okay, if you see here, see show IP BGP, show IP BGP, show IP BGP. So show IP BGP for one network is it's showing the next hop. For source network is the 24 segment. Okay, so if you R1C 24 network is not available, right? So IP route 24 network is not available. So how will be reached? But R1 has 4.4 network. So through 4.4 network we can reach. See, ping 1.1.1.1. Okay, it's not reachable because R1 don't have the 24 network source network. Okay, if you are ping like this, source loopback 0. So loopback 0.4.4 network for R4. So if you see R4 4.4 network is available via R2, it will be reachable. So if you keep ping, it will be reachable. Like that. If you ping, if you ping 4.4.4.4, it will be not reachable because 12 network and 13 network don't know R4 network. Okay. So IP route 12 network and 12 network and 13 network. 12 network and 13 network don't know R4, so that it will not reachable. But R1 know the R4 know the loopback IP of. Okay. So if you ping as a source loopback 0, it will be the reach. Okay. So means if you see here directly reach R4 to R no, sorry, directly not reach only if you have ping directly, so it will be not reach. Okay, and R4 also via loopback it will be reach, but directly it will be not reach. Okay, vice versa. So if you R1 know the these two network and R4 sorry, R1 mhm, R1 know these two network and R4 know these two network. So it will be the reachable directly. Okay, so let's configure the direct interface. So R2 will be go to the R2 and configure the same. Okay. What R2 configure? R2 configure these two network, 12 network and 24 network. So 12 network configure means R4 will be get update for the 12 network, and 24 network configuration R2 means R1 will be get the 24 network update. Okay. So we'll go to the R2, do the configuration like this way. We'll go R3. We do the same configuration of R3 also. I will be add this network and this network. This network add means R1 know this network, and this network add means R4 network. Now will be try the direct ping from the each other. Okay, directly ping. Okay. R4 see directly ping because they know those where the destination, which network from the destination. Okay, so because of source network no R4 and R4 R1 and R4 destination network, so that it will be reached directly. Okay, so now will be see R4 routing table. So IP BGP. One thing I'll tell you here, where for R for if you are mark here, why there is a there if you see for one network two path is there, okay, one three two for the two, another is the three for the three, okay. If you trace also 1.1.1.1, it will be going via R2. Why not going R3? Because if you see BGP table, there is a two path for to reach the R1 network. Why not reach? the the thing is all attributes are same, okay. All attributes are same means from R4 to R1 to reach the from this path and this path, all attributes are same, like S path is same, and weight also same, and local preference also same, then metric also same, okay. Or if all the attributes are same, so why chooses means chooses because of next of IP address is the lowest, okay. Next of IP address is lowest. For example, this is the lowest IP address, and this is the highest IP address. Because of that, it will be the choose the best path, okay. Because of next IP address is low for the R2, okay. So R2 so that it will be choose the via R2 is the best path. So we'll do something here. I will do something here. Do something here. Now comes to the lab. First we will be do the mid. Okay. First we will do the mid. After that we will do the local payment. The mid, how to now our setup is done. Setup is done. Now R1 reachable R4 and R4 reachable R1. Okay. Vice versa. Now we'll do the mid. How will do? Our requirement is when ISP S2 traffic reach via to R1, it will be go to the this path, okay. By now which path taking? Now taking the this path via R2, okay. Now hmm. Now taking the R2, now will be configure the mid, okay. Now will be configure the mid. So from R2 to R1 when traffic will be sent, R2 to R4 when traffic will be sent, taking the this path. If you see here, for R1 it will be taking the 24.2 is the best path. Well, we also trace the report, do the trace also. 2 for the 2 via 2 network it will be taking, okay. This from this network taking. So we will be do the mid lab, so that traffic will be going via this way. So how will be do? We will be do the configuration from R2 and R3, okay. R2 and R3, and we change the mid, okay. Means mid is the where the lowest mid that will be prefer. We make a mid from the 100 from the 100 here and 90 here. So this path will be choose as the best path, okay. So let's the configuration. So if you see here, we do the configuration for mid from R2. This is R2. So R2 what saying? We do the we do the route map. Route map is name is mid. Okay. Set metric 100 from this path by default. This path is by default now taking as a primary path. So now our requirement is traffic should go to using the 3-4 link. Okay. So R2 via R2 we made a metric as a 90, sorry 100, and 100, and we apply the neighbor to we are configure in R2, apply the outbound neighbor, outbound neighbor, and apply the mid, okay. Okay, we configure the route may set metric 100 and apply in BGP on outbound direction, okay. So this is the inbound traffic, so we will apply the outbound direction. So go to the router 2 and paste here. Like that we'll go to the router, copy here router 3, So here also we configure the route map name is meet and set metric 90 and apply to eBGP neighbor out direction. Go to the R3 and paste here. After that we see the now see here now the traffic will be reached via now that traffic will be reached via R3, okay, as per our requirement. If you trace also trace route, see now traffic will be going via R3, okay. So this is done, okay. Now if you are see that traffic will be going via R3, okay. Previously going by R2, now is going by R3. Now will we do the another lap. This is a now mid is configuration. Mid configuration has been done. Mid done. Now will be do the local performance lab, okay. Local performance what I am saying, if when S1 traffic going to the S2, when S1 traffic going by S2 using this path, okay. If you see here and routing table, mm, routing table R1 routing table, so IPBGP, so IPBGP for R1, for R4 using the via 2 path, okay. If you trace also 4.4.4.4, so it will be going via R2, okay. Now our lab is by now we are going to R2. Now we are configured the local performance. So all the traffic from the S1 traffic going by using the route R3 and R4 link, okay, this 34 link, okay. So let's check the configuration. Here what happened? We not do to the R2 and R3 configuration. If you are doing only R3 configuration also, it will be done. Okay. So will we go to the R3 configuration? Only R3 configuration. R3 what saying and configure the route map. Okay. After that we made the local performance 500. Okay. Then we apply in the BGP in inbound direction, because this is our outbound traffic. Apply in inbound direction. So if you see here, if you I will show you here R1. So all the see for 4 network for all the network for outbound traffic for sorry 4 network traffic is showing the 100, okay. So if you see here also, all for 4 network for 4 network, this is the best path, and this is showing the 100, okay. And R4 also, R4 also this is the best path, so not showing the local PPM. This is the valid path, so it will be showing the local performance 500. Now 100. Now will be configure the local performance as the 500. Now check the configuration, okay. Copy and only we configure only R3 only, okay. R3 only, nothing to local performance. Configure all the routers, okay. Because I am doing the clear BGP, so it will take less time only, okay. So now will we see the BGP route here. Now see the BGP route. It's taking the little bit time for 4 network. It's checking the little bit time, the for network. Let's wait 1 minute more. So now again I will be explain. Now this is for this practical. This is the last lab, and I will be explain how what we did for this configuration. Briefly, I will be explain everything. Okay. Now he is coming 500. If you see here now 4 network local performance side is changed as 500 and is the best path. Okay, best path. Okay, so R2 also if you are see here. If you are to also see for network, this is the best path because of local performance 343. Okay, you see if you see here one thing, R4 is direct, R2 is directly connected, but it not taking the that path. Okay, because of local performance it taking the via R3 only. Okay, if you see here, and R3 also if you see here local performance is the for network local VPN is the 5 and 500 is the taking the this path. Okay, so now done the lab, all the lab. Now I will be briefly what we did now. I will now we briefly what we did now. So we did this thing, did these points. Okay, we did this point first we configure the first we configure the here 1 minute. First we configure the 1 minute. I will be 1 minute. First we configure the 1 minute. 1 minute. Here. Okay, first we configure R1, R2, R3 local performance. Sorry, R1, R2, and R3 configure direct OSPF configure, and we advertise direct connected network. Okay, and we advertise direct connected network and loopback network. Okay, after that we configure the R1, R2, and R1, R3, and R2, R2, R3 is the IBGP neighbor, and R2, R4, and R3, R4 is the eBGP neighbor, and advertise in BGP all the loopback interface IP address. Okay. Okay, this one configure the loopback interface IP. Okay, after that we see is from R4 to R1 is not reachable because of that they don't know the where is the source network. After that we configure the next hop self from next hop self R2 and R3 so that when configure the next hop self, then R2 will be changed the eBGP network to next of self as a own IP address. So R1 know the R4 network via R2. So it will be reach the via loopback interface because via loopback interface is R4 and R1 and R4 reachable each other. So we will be after that we will be configure the next hop self here in both the network after so it will be reach each other. Okay, after that we will configure the direct interface. Okay, direct because of direct interface, so R1 know the where source come from and where which network from source, and R4 also know which network from source. After that we both network are reachable. Okay. Okay, so reachable now R4 and R4 also configure the sorry R1 see is not reachable. After that we configure next hop self, next hop self for after that R1 R2 know each other, reachable each other. After that R2 R3 direct from here R2 we configure this network and this network, R3 configure this network and this network, so it will be reach R4 and reach each other. Okay, after that when see the R4 from R4 to reach the we check the for R1 network sub local S path, weight, local preference metric all are same, because why is taking the R2 path not taking the R3 path, because of R1 has the lowest IP address, so that taking the R2 as the best path. Okay, after that we configuration as a meet. Okay, we configuration meet, so we check the configuration as the meet configuration, we do the both the routers. So this is the meet configuration. We configure this one. We configure route and set as a metric 100 and apply to the outbound direction. Like that I configure the meet as a 90 and 90 and configure route map and meet metric as the 90 and apply the never as the outbound direction. Okay, but this one made as a 100, this one is the 90, so router taking the this path. Okay, after that we configure the local performance. So local performance, this is the configuration, so we configuration one route map and set local performance 500. After that we apply the BGP never in direction, because it in inbound it is the outbound traffic, so we will be apply the in direction. Okay, so that's it. All the lab is done. Thank you for watching. If you see if you need this configuration file, I will be scroll down slowly. You can read easily all the things. You read slowly all the things, so maybe it will be help for you. If you not understand or any doubt in the between this lab, please comment me, so I'll be try to answer all the things. Please subscribe our channel BGP Masterclass, so you will get more video for your inspiration. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you.